Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to learn how to make our first character. Yes, if you haven't already, make sure to go and watch the first two videos. The first one was planning, the second one was building. That's how I built this school right here. And today we're gonna make our first character. So let's go. First of all, I want you to go to plugins. Then I want you to find the rich builder section. You're pretty much not going to find any other of these plugins. This is the ones I have installed in my computer, but you should have this one by default. So let's click it. In here you have the option to choose between R15 and R6. We're gonna do R15 for now, and you can choose between the many body options. We're gonna use the block rig for now. And yes, we got our first character, but it's lacking a few colors, maybe clothes, hair, or whatever you wanna add. So right now I want this character to be my teacher. So we gotta dress him up as a teacher. And what you can do right here is maybe we can take some references first for a teacher. Maybe how a teacher looks. Teacher. Okay, so we got some kind of formal clothes, maybe some glasses. Yes, I think we can do that. Or also it can be easier, but I don't really recommend it. You can look for a character in the free models toolbox. If you don't know how to use the toolbox, I'm gonna go ahead and close this. I want you to go to view. Then you're gonna see the toolbox right here. You can open it and you can search wherever you want here, but you gotta be really careful because sometimes, most of the times, everything or almost everything in the models is pretty much infected, and it can impact your game in a bad way, because some of these models have like really bad scripts that affect the game and make it really slow, or make stuff you don't want to happen. So make sure to, if you don't know how to check for those bad scripts, just try not to use free models a lot. So yeah, what we were doing, we're gonna search for a teacher. Let's see if we can find anything. Yes, actually this is pretty good. Like I said, I don't actually recommend you to use this one model. We're just gonna take the clothes or whatever we want, so we can use it on our dummy, because it could be infected. So okay, I can if this happens to you, that you can select the character, make sure you click on the lock button and then click on the character, and that is going to unlock the character. So sometimes the free models are locked, so make sure you're able to unlock them. Anyways, we're gonna take the clothes of the teacher, shirt, pants, we're gonna select them, then we're gonna Control X to take it off, to cut it, and we're gonna paste it on our dummy. Cool, we have a really fancy dummy now. But we're also lacking maybe hair or glasses or whatever you want to add. So like I said before, if you want any specific hat or glasses or whatever, you can go to the avatar shop in the Roblox page. Then we're gonna go to accessories, and then hair. Here you're going to have a lot of options for your character. Feel free to pick any. Then you're gonna, when you have one choice you really want to use, make sure to copy the name or remember it, whatever works for you, and then you can go ahead and paste it in the toolbox. It's pretty much someone already made it, so yes, you can. Right here we have the black dreamy hair, so we can just go ahead and take it. We're gonna drag it, we're gonna put it over our character's head, and we're gonna move it just to make sure it actually fits. move it as much until you like how it looks. And yes, I think that's good. Oh, also on the last video someone asked me how I actually move this like really smooth instead of like maybe big chunks like this one. That's actually if you want to change the settings of the snap grid, just make sure to go to model. I actually like to have it on 0.1 and the rotate on 10, and that actually makes everything more smooth and easier to rotate or move. So yes, you make sure you have your snap to grid settings on something around this to make it easier. And yes, we have a teacher now. We can change the skin if you want. Maybe make it this color. Oh, and yes, don't forget to delete this one. And yes, perfect. We have a dummy we can use now. And let's test the character now. Looks good. Okay, so this is a perfect example of a bad free model. So we know this hair it's doing something we don't want it to do. So let's check it out. Okay, we're gonna select the hair. And yes, of course, this is what I told you guys. This is why you gotta be really careful. This hat is, as I told you, infected. This fire script, spread script is a bad thing. It will make your game crash or be really slow. Same thing for the infection script. It's something really bad. It's gonna affect your game. So if you see any of these scripts, any of these strange things, just delete it from your game because it's gonna spread and it's gonna affect your game. This is the script that makes the hair pass from one to another, and we don't want that to happen, so we're gonna delete that too. Okay, let's test it again. And yes, it's working better now. We have a safe character that doesn't affect the game. So yep, let's continue. Anyways, I feel the character looks a bit rigid, so maybe we could add an animation to make it look more alive. But before we add an animation, we have to actually make it be able to move. So first we're gonna make sure we put the hair inside the character model. Okay, so that way we can move everything together around, and also we're gonna make sure that hair is not anchored, and if it is, we're going to click on not checked. We're gonna remove the check, and now we can test it out. Okay, now we've removed the anchor, but we can tell the hair is not connected to the character. So we have to weld it to the character's head. We're gonna do that right now. First I want you to go to plugins and make sure to go, I'll leave the link in the description. Make sure you download the Welding plugin. I think it's made by OCPig. Make sure you install it. You might have to reboot your Roblox Studio, then you can try it again, but we will need that to make it easier to weld the hair to the head. So we're going to select the head first, then we're also going to select the hair, and we're going to click the weld all button. Now we're gonna test again. Yes, we can see now the hair is connected to the character and it doesn't fall. Okay, now that we got everything set up, we can go ahead and create our first script. This script is the one we will use to animate the character. So let's go ahead and right click the dummy, Then we're gonna go to insert object and script. We can go ahead and change the name of it. Animation script. Perfect. And we can delete this first line. I won't spend a lot of time explaining how the script actually works, because that will take me a lot of time, but make sure to, if you have any doubts, there is a lot of information on the wiki, or if you have any specific questions, you can ask in the comments and I will try my best to explain. So we're gonna create a variable animation instance new animation. This creates a new animation. Then we're gonna change the animation ID to something. We don't have it yet. Then we will need a controller. Which is the character humanoid. And finally, we're going to play the animation. Animation, and play. If you want, you can just copy what I did right here and it should work in your character. Just make sure this script is inside of your character. And we didn't add any animation yet, so that's what we're gonna do right now. I want you to go to test and test the game. Okay, so like I said, the character looks a bit rigid. We might want to make it look like me, like a little bit more relaxed, more actually alive. You can actually tell how the character is moving the head or breathing or whatever. So okay, you're gonna go to the workspace. Then I want you to find your own username. Mine is right here. You're gonna click the arrow. You're gonna go to animate, click the arrow again, and you're gonna find the idle animation right here on idle. Then on animation 1, go ahead and click it, and on the properties tab, make sure to copy the animation ID. This is the animation my character uses, so we want this character, the teacher character, to have the same animation. So we're gonna go back to our script and we're gonna paste the ID we just copied right there. So we're gonna test again. And yes guys, we can tell how our script worked perfectly. We can see how the character looks way more alive now. And yes, I think that's gonna wrap it for the day. Thank you so much for watching the video. In the next video we will actually use this character to develop the dialogue system, which is a really important part of the story game. And yes, remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss out, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.